Hi there, we'd like to talk to you a little bit about our elite team. Have you ever been in a high school counselor's office and you'll notice that generally behind the desk there's a picture of a hard hat with a line through it? And as a society, we've told everybody that if they work with their hands, God forbid that's a bad thing. Essentially, everyone's got to be a doctor, an attorney, or a stockbroker, anything but a carpenter or a glazer. And as an industry, we're really truly reaping the rewards of that, and it's become very difficult to find the right kind of people that are skilled and passionate about what we do. So at J.R. Butler, we developed the elite team, and Matt will talk a little bit about how that works.
Right, for years before the elite team, we did what a lot of people do. We complained about the caliber of people that we were attracting to our industry. And what we found is it wasn't really lack of skills or knowledge. It was a lack of life skills that we were facing that was plaguing our industry. And so we developed the elite team. And the way the elite team works is that each superintendent names up 5 people that they see something in. And it doesn't have to be anything specific, they just see something in that person. And then Mark and I interview all of those candidates. It's a very grueling interview, and we shortlist it down to 5. 5 people who we will invite and give an invitation to into the elite program. And we give them an opportunity to opt in or opt out. The elite program is not a condition of employment, it's an amazing opportunity. The opt-in portion really solidifies their commitment to the program, which has 3 classes. Maybe Mark, you can talk about.
Yeah, so the elite members, once they're in, they enter into a leadership class. The leadership class is facilitated by a professional facilitator. We help write the class. It's a 6-week-long program, and it involves a very intense leadership class. And there's things like you've got to read Good to Great, How to Win Friends and Influence People, 7 Habits. They do conflict resolution, paradigm mapping. They have to watch Forrest Gump and October Sky. They have to deliver their own eulogy, believe it or not, if they die today or they died 5 years from now. It's a very intense leadership class. When they're complete with the leadership class, Matt and I take them and their wives or girlfriends. We've learned we have to teach the whole family unit to really have financial success. And we teach a financial class. It generally lasts about 5 weeks. And in that class, we're not really teaching how to short sale a stock or how to buy gold to hedge for inflation. We're literally teaching basic financial skills. So what is money and what does it represent and how does it work? How do you build a budget? How does interest work? Why should you buy a home? How do you buy a good car? How do you get a good deal? We teach really good basic financial skills. When they've completed that class, my mom's last official duty in the company is she comes back and she teaches a class called Mad Matters for Modern Men. Essentially, it's a cotillion class. It lasts 3 weeks, and they learn how to dress business casual. They learn how to eat at a fancy dinner, which fork should you use and which cup should you use, all the good skills that we take for granted. And they learn how to chat someone up, and especially how to chat someone up that has a pretty big title, somebody like a CEO or a vice president. We find that a lot of our trades are very nervous of authority, and so we want to teach them to communicate and talk with us so that we can have an open dialogue. And so the reason we do the 3rd class really is that we win awards and we're part of our community in a deep, meaningful way. And Matt and I want our people and our employees, and especially our field manufacturing guys, to be a part of that community. And we were finding they were not attending those events like they should be. So we taught the skills so that they're happy and comfortable to do that. Matt, why don't you talk about where we're at with Elite now?
The results. So the results are good. We are in our 6th year of the elite program, and the leadership of the program is no longer led by Mark and me. There's a board of governors who are former elite graduates, and they select the future invitees of the program, and they are also responsible for the continuing ed portion for the graduates of the elite program, which is really important to make sure that they sharpen the saw to continue to earn their moniker as an elite graduate.
So let's talk a little bit about what the results of that are, which is after 6 years, we take our people very seriously. You can see that we've addressed the problems in the construction industry head on. We've developed a program. We have, I believe, 15 graduates now that work for us. They've all reached pretty high levels within the company. They're leaders and growing folks. And essentially, if you think about construction and what it's gone through in the last 3 years, it's sort of horrific. We've lost about 35% of the overall trades, 66,000 jobs in the state of Colorado, and J.R. Butler during that whole time has lost 0. We've lost nobody. And so our capacity is still very high in our ability to do very quality work because we have people that we treat like family and in turn treat us like family. And we think that's an important part to being a good member of Colorado's community as well as being a great glazing company.